Hello, all my dear student friends. Welcome to this session. We have already studied how to perform the practical on Morse test and how to estimate the brake power of the engine when all the cylinders are working and when the cylinders are cut off one by one. So, now for theory purpose, we are going to derive the equations which are useful for Morse test. In order to find the frictional power and the mechanical efficiency with the help of Morse test, we need few equations, and these equations we can derive. So let us go for the derivation of these equations. First of all, let us study the notations. We are going to use the following notations for indicated power when all cylinders are in working condition. We are using the notation I1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 cylinders are contributing. All the 4 cylinders are contributing in the indicated power. So that indicated power is denoted as I1, 2, 3, 4. Then I1 is the indicated power which is developed inside the cylinder number 1 alone. I2 is the indicated power of cylinder number 2. I3 is the indicated power of cylinder number 3, and I4 is nothing but the indicated power which is produced inside the engine cylinder number 4. Now the notations for the frictional power. So F1, 2, 3, 4 is the frictional power when all the cylinders are working. F1 is the frictional power inside the cylinder number 1, and F2 is the frictional power due to only cylinder number 2. F3 is the frictional power of cylinder number 3, and the frictional power due to cylinder number 4 only is F4. Now from the experiment we find the values of the brake power. We actually find minimum 5 values of the brake power. First of all, we find B1, 2, 3, 4, that is brake power when all cylinders are working. B2, 3, 4 is the brake power when cylinder number 1 is cut off. B134 is the brake power when cylinder number 2 is cut off. B124 is the brake power when cylinder number 3 is cut off, and when cylinder number 4 is cut off, the brake power is denoted as B123. Now the calculations are like this. The brake power is equal to 2 pi nt upon 60. T is nothing but the torque, and that is given by force into radius. F into R means force into radius. So the radius of the hydraulic dynamometer which is present in our lab is 0.3 meter. So radius R is nothing but the distance between the line of action of the force F from the center or from the axis of rotation. F will be equal to W into 9.81. Because W is in kg, therefore we multiply by 9.81, then we get the value in Newton. So ultimately we get T is equal to 9.81 W into R if we put the value of F here. So that will be in Newton meters, because W is in kg and N is RPM, revolutions per minute, and this N, which is the RPM, is kept constant for all the readings. The brake power now is equal to 2 pi into 9.81 WRN upon 60 if we substitute the value of T in this equation. Now this equation can be written in a different form, that is B is equal to Wn upon K, where K is the constant. So in this case the value of K will be 60 upon 2 pi into 9.81 into R. R is also constant. So if the dynamometer changes, then only the value of R will change. Otherwise, for the dynamometer in our lab, which is the hydraulic dynamometer, the value of R is 0.3 meters. So this K is completely constant. We are using this form of the equation so that we are not required to calculate the value of K again and again, and easily we can find the value of the brake power for all the readings. And thus in this way we have to estimate the brake powers. First of all, B1, 2, 3, 4 when all the 4 cylinders are working, then B2, 3, 4 when cylinder number 1 is cut off and cylinder number 2, 3, 4 is working. And in the same way, B1, 3, 4, B1, 2, 4, B1, 2, 3, these all brake powers we have to estimate in the experiment, and then we go for the derivation. Now we can write the equations like this. Equation 1, we can write B1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4. That means that total brake power which is developed by all the 4 cylinders in a combined way will be equal to the individual brake power developed by each cylinder. Now since the crankshaft is common, the brake powers of all the cylinders will be added. All the brake powers of all the 4 cylinders will be given to a common shaft, right? So these will be added. So the combined brake power which is developed by all the 4 cylinders is the sum of the brake power developed by individual cylinder, and therefore we write B1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B3 plus B4. This we call as equation 1. Now when we cut off the cylinder number 1, then the brake power we call as B2, 3, 4. So that is the sum of the brake powers of the cylinders 2, 3 and 4. So B2, 3, 4 is equal to B2 plus B3 plus B4. But the cylinder number 1, though it is not contributing in the brake power, but there is friction present inside the cylinder number 1, and this friction has to be overcome because all the moving parts, they are in moving condition. The piston is reciprocating inside the engine cylinder and all other moving parts are still moving, though power is not produced in the cylinder number 1, and therefore frictional power is there. So this frictional power which is present in cylinder number 1, this friction power which is a result of the motions of the cylinder number 1 is F1, and that has to be subtracted from all these additions, so that B2, 3, 4 is equal to B2 plus B3 plus B4 minus F1. Similarly, B1, 3, 4 is equal to B1 plus B3 plus B4 minus F2. So now we are not adding B2, but we are subtracting F2 from this equation, because cylinder number 2 is not taking part in producing the brake power, but the friction is present in cylinder number 2, therefore we write here minus F2. Similarly, B1, 2, 4 is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B4 minus F3, and B1, 2, 3 is equal to B1 plus B2 plus B3 minus F4. So these are the equations, equation A, B, C, equation D. These are the 4 equations. Now let us manipulate these equations. So first of all we will subtract the equation A from equation 1. So equation 1 minus equation A will give us this following equation. First of all, let us subtract the left hand side. So left hand side is B1, 2, 3, 4 minus B2, 3, 4. So left hand side is nothing but B1, 2, 3, 4 minus B2, 3, 4. This is the left hand side. Equation 1 minus equation A, and the left hand side is B1, 2, 3, 4 minus B2, 3, 4. And let us go to the right hand side now. Let us subtract this from this one. So this B2 will get cancelled, B3 will get cancelled, B4 will also get cancelled. What is left is B1 minus F1, that is B1 plus F1. And since we know that the sum of brake power and frictional power is equal to indicated power, B plus F is equal to I, we know this. Therefore, we can write B1 plus F1 is equal to I1. Similarly, equation 1 minus equation B will give us this equation. B1234 minus B134 is the left hand side, and the right hand side you can see that B1 get cancelled, B3 get cancelled, B4 get cancelled. What is left is B2 minus F2 is B2 plus F2, and that will give, that is nothing but I2. Now if you subtract equation C from equation 1, so equation 1 minus equation C gives us B1234 minus B124, that is equal to B3 plus F3, and that will be equal to I3. Equation 1 minus equation D gives us B1234 minus B123 is equal to B4 plus F4 is equal to I4. So you can just see here that B1 gets cancelled, B2 gets cancelled, B3 also get cancelled, and what is left is B4 minus F4, that is B4 plus F4 is equal to I4. Okay, now let us go ahead and here now B1 plus F1 can be removed directly. I can write I1 is equal to B1234 minus B234. So directly I am writing I1 is equal to B1234 minus B234. Similarly, I2 is equal to B1234 minus B134. I3 is equal to B1234 minus B124, and finally I4 is equal to B1234 minus B234. So these are the final important equations which we need for solving the problems and for the calculations of the Morse test. Now let us go ahead and write the further equations which are required for the Morse test. So the total indicated power I1234 is the sum of the individual indicated powers of all the 4 cylinders. So I1234 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So from these 4 equations we can find the value of I1234. We can add this I1, I2, I3 and I4, because all these values, that is B1234 and B234, B134, B124, B234, these values we are estimating from the experiment. So these values are known to us, right? So from these values we can find I1, I2, I3 and I4, and we can add them to get ultimately the total indicated power, approximate total indicated power of the engine, that is I1234. Now we know that frictional power is equal to indicated power minus brake power. So the total frictional power F1234 will be equal to I1234 minus B1234. So I1234 already we have found out, and B1234 also we have found out from the experiment. B1234 we have found out from the experiment, and I1234 we have found out with the help of these derivations and these calculations by adding the values of I1, I2, I3 and I4. So now we can go ahead to find the mechanical efficiency also, that is B mechanical efficiency is equal to brake power upon indicated power. So total mechanical, overall mechanical efficiency of the all the 4 cylinders will be equal to B1234 divided by I1234, right? So in this way we can find the frictional power as well as the mechanical efficiency of the 4 cylinder IC engine. Now finally these equations which are used for solving the numericals can be written in this form. I1 is equal to B1234 minus B234. Already we have written these equations. I2 is equal to B1234 minus B134. I3 is equal to B1234 minus B124, and I4 is equal to B1234 minus B234. Sorry, I4 is equal to B1234 minus B234, right? After this, I1234 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to I4. Then frictional power is equal to F1234 is equal to I1234 minus B1234. And mechanical efficiency is the ratio of B1234 and I1234, right? So these 4, 5, 6, 7. With the help of these 7 equations, we can find out the mechanical efficiency and the frictional power with the help of the Moore's test. And we can also solve the numericals. Let us go ahead to solve one numerical. The following data is collected during a trial on 4-stroke 4-cylinder petrol engine. Brake power with all the 4 cylinders working, that is equal to 14.7 kilowatt. Now this brake power with all 4 cylinders working, which is 14.7 kilowatt, we denote as B1234. Now brake power with cylinder number 1 cutoff, that is 10.2 kilowatt, we denote as B234. Since cylinder number 1 is cut off, we don't take 1, we just write B234. Then if cut off cylinder number 2, then the brake power is 10.3, denoted as B134. After cutting off cylinder number 3, the brake power is 10.4 kilowatt, and that is denoted as B124. After cutting off cylinder number 4, brake power is again 10.2 kilowatt and denoted as B123. And the mechanical efficiency we have to find, and that is the ratio of brake power and indicated power of all the 4 cylinders combinedly. So this is our problem, and these are the notations which we will be using. Let us go ahead to solve this problem. So this was the given data and these notations we are using. Now we have to use these equations. I1 is equal to B1234 minus B234. So we know the value of B1234, that is 14.7 kilowatt. So that 14.7 kilowatt we have taken here. Then B234 we have taken 10.2. So we can see that B234 is 10.2 kilowatt, right? That value we have taken here, and the result is 4.5 kilowatt. So I1 is equal to 4.5 kilowatt. Similarly, I2 is equal to B1234 minus B134. So we know that B1234 is 14.7 kilowatt and B134 is 10.3 kilowatt. So that 10.3 we have taken here. B134 is 10.3 kilowatt and it gives us 4.4 kilowatt. Now I3 is equal to B1234 minus B124. So that is 14.7 minus 10.4. 10.4 is the value of B124 and we get 4.3 kilowatt. Similarly, I4 is equal to 4.5 kilowatt. Now let us use the further equations. I1234 is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4, and I am putting the value of I1. I1 is 4.5 kilowatt, I2 is 4.4 kilowatt, I3 is 4.3 kilowatt, and I4 is 4.5 kilowatt. So the addition gives 17.7 kilowatt, that is I1234. Now the frictional power F1234 is the difference between I and B, that is 17.7 minus 14.7. 17.7 is nothing but I1234 and 14.7 is nothing but B1234. Already we have seen this, that B1234 is 14.7, right? So if you want to see it again, we can see that B1234 is 14.7 kilowatt. So B1234 we have taken as 14.7 kilowatt, and I1234 already we have found out as 17.7 kilowatt. So the difference is 3 kilowatt. So that is the value of frictional power. That is one of our answers. So though it is not asked in this problem, but it is generally asked in the various problems. So the frictional power we have found out, that is 3 kilowatt, and the mechanical efficiency is the ratio of brake power and indicated power. So overall brake power B1234 is 14.7. Already we have seen that is 14.7, and I1234 is 17.7, that we already calculated, and we get this as 0.83051, that is 83.051% is the mechanical efficiency of the engine. So in this way we have solved the numerical on the Moore's test. We have found out the frictional power and the mechanical efficiency. So thank you, my dear friends.